never had a Japanese wine. Now she's going to turn on.
Yes, but then first, before I show you how all the but before that you're gonna have 3 white and 3 reds. And they're gonna be all on the table because it's self-service. On some of the bottle that you have on the table, you read Montecatiniterme. When you read Monte Carlo, it means there is a lot of rules to follow. Okay, the most important one is that at least 40 to 60% of the grapes has to be the local grapes. And the local white in this area, the name is Trebbiano Toscano. And that's the grapes that normally nobody knows. But then the local red is Sangiovese. And Sangiovese is more famous because it's the grapes in India. Then the rest we fill up French, Italian grapes like we want. The important thing is that they have to grow now. We cannot buy grapes from somewhere else. Okay? Another really important rule in all the wine we do is that we're not allowed to add sugar in our wine. So the only thing that can become alcohol is the natural sugar inside the grapes that during the fermentation becomes alcohol. So to have a good and a strong wine, it's important that the grapes are rich in sugar. And to get them rich in sugar means that we need a lot of sun and no rain. So less water, so gets barrels from the wine. And what can I say more? The big difference when you do red and white wine is that when we do the red wine, we squeeze the red grapes and then we leave the skins together during the fermentation. Because the skins helps to give the red color to the wine. But then when we do the white wine instead, we squeeze the white grapes and before the fermentation we take away the skins. And do you know what we do with the skins?
What?
We drink. But in which way? A really strong juice.
Great. Yeah.
Or a little bit strong juice.
Or Grappa.
Brava, we do the grappa. You go, I don't know if you have taste grappa, but normally once you taste it, you never forget it because it's really, really strong. Grappa is 40% alcohol. They 40. And we use it a lot in Italy because it's a really good digestive. So after big lunch, big dinner, we take this grappa. It's always served like a little shot, but you should not, take it like a shot. And normally we sip the grappa, okay? But even if you sip it later, it's still 40% alcohol, okay? So remember that, yes. Now I'm just going to show you quick here because it's self-service. So I'm just going to show you which way to taste the wine to benefit of different tastes. And I do it now because when you're sitting down, nobody listens to me. Okay? Now, here you see the two, you see the white and the red all together. So this is number 1 white, number 1 red, the round bottle. You see these are round if you compare with the other one. So this is number 1 white, number 1 red. Monte Carlo bianco, Monte Carlo rosso, the driest of all the one you're going to have on the table today. Okay? And you read Monte Carlo. So it means mostly Trebbiano Toscano in the white, mostly Sangiovese. Then we go to number 2 white and red. Now here, but like I told you, we cannot buy grapes from someone else, which means this is the end of the season, so sometimes the wine, if they are finished. So this one, we don't have it anymore. So instead of the white, number 2, Otium, we're gonna give you a new wine from this year, and it's 100% Sauvignon, and it's new from this year. So these are number 1, white and red, but then number 2, you're gonna have in red Otium, the one with the black label, and you read Monte Carlo, so it means still mostly the Sangiovese. But if you compare this with this one, this is a little bit more fruity in the taste. So normally, maybe if someone doesn't like brown wine so much, you prefer maybe the Otium red. But instead of this one, you're gonna have a bottle with the moon. It's called the Brezza della Luna, and you have the moon on the label. 100% Sauvignon, okay? But then we go to these two here, the one with the house on the label. Here you don't read Monte Carlo, so we can use then the grapes that we want. So the third white here is 100% Chardonnay, aged for 1 year in oak. And the third red is 60% Merlot, 40% Syrah, aged for 1 year in oak. So number 3 white and red are stronger, heavier wine. Especially the third red, it's a really strong and a heavy wine. So that's why we don't give it to you now. Okay, we're going to have it later together with the meat because it's really nice. So for now you have 3 white and 2 reds in the table. So round bottle number 1. Okay, black label is number 2 red. The moon on the label it's number 2 white. The one with the house on the label it's number 3. So it's round black house. Round black house. Okay, everybody. Round black house. But in white, it's the moon, number 2. Okay? So round black house, or you drink them exactly as you want. But the important thing, try at least to start with the 3 white and then go to the 2. Send them all around so everybody tastes them. Start with this amount, not this, okay? Start with a tiny amount so you taste them all quite quick. When you have tasted them all and you know which one you prefer, you go back to that one and then you feel this. Okay? When you know which one you prefer and you need more, you just ask. And if you behave, I bring you more wine.
If you don't behave,
and
go back to the bus.
But then on the table you have our balsamic vinegar aged for 5 years, and then of course our extra virgin. I suppose some of you maybe use extra virgin at home, do you? Have you noticed it can be a lot of different price, cheap, expensive, and so on. And it depends if this extra virgin is a natural extra virgin or if it's an industrial one. Just because you read extra virgin on the label, it's not a guarantee that it's a good one. It just means that the acidity inside the olive oil has to be under 1%. Is the acidity under 1%, you can put the label extra virgin. But then how you get the acidity under 1%, it's not necessary to declare on the label. So or you get it the natural way like we in every farmer do, or you get it the industrial way with the help of chemicals. So that's why it's important to do. If you want a good one, you should always look on the label for cold pressed, first pressed extra virgin, or in our bottle, you on the front you just read extra virgin, then on the back really tiny you read made by mechanical means. And it's these kinds of old traditional machines. We use ones that we still use today. It's really a lot of work behind a good extra virgin, so that's why it's the difference in the price. We pick our olives once per year, and it's now normally end of October until January, and we pick them by hand because if you use the machine, it's not good for the quality. And pick them by hand means you have to put them under the trees. You take the ladder, you go up, and then you start to pick these olives. And when you start to pick them, everything has to go fast. Because as soon as you pick the olives from the tree, the acidity inside the olive starts to grow. And it's not okay because it has to remain under 1%. So it means that we pick in the morning, daytime, same evening, same night, we have to make this olive oil. So it means that we work a lot of days, day and night. And all this work is then just for the good quality, not for the good amount. Olive can change just a small amount of oil and then a lot of water. So to get 1 liter, 1 big bottle of this natural extra virgin, we can use from 8 to 10 kilos. 10 kilos is 22 pounds of olives for 1 bottle, okay? So that's why it's more expensive than industrial. Now I'll show you quick how we do. These are now a little bit too old, okay? This is a family-owned farm, not mine, I wish, but it's not. They are here from 1963, so at the beginning they were a small farm. Now they are bigger, so they need bigger machines, a little bit more modern, but it works still more or less the same. So in the evening we come here with our olives, we wash them quickly, like they are from the tree, with the pit inside or the stone, how they call it. And so in here they're going to go round. They get crashing. After a while it come out from here, up hills. It looks like this. It looks like cappinade.
Oh, there's a dog. Like, what are you guys making noise out there? Just us. Just us. He's like, it's okay. Okay, Bruno. He's like keeping up here trained. become loud, they're gonna put in a place.